Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Pradamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna. Srila Vakreswar Pandit Prabhu is the foremost of all the dancers in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. And the importance of singing and dancing is in Chaitanya Leela. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's foremost gift is the gift of Sankirtan, Sangha Kirtan. So whenever there is Kirtan, there has to be Nartan or dancing. There is no joy in Kirtan if there is no dancing. Why? Because this was the instruction which was given by Srila Ishwar Puri to Lord Chaitanya himself personally. After Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took initiation from Sripad Ishwar Puri in Gaya.
देखो 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 ऐसे ना आराम से वो पैकेट उठाओ अनिष्का
तारिका वीडियो ऑन करो और ऑडियो ऑफ करो. The instruction that was given by Srila Ishwar Puri to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is what he says first. Nacho gao bhakt sange karo sankirtan Krishna naam upadeshi tar sarvajan. So what is the first instruction? Nacho. And then gao. So without dancing, singing will not become ecstatic. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is teaching us through his own example. So he was very much absorbed in the activity of dancing and chanting. Nacho gao. And to be able to perform both these activities of dancing and singing, we need Sangha. We need the association of devotees. And what kind of devotees? Bhakta Sangha. So if there is Bhakta Sangha, there has to be two activities. What is that? Nacho and Gao. Nacho Gao Bhakta Sanghe Karo Sankirtan. Krishna Naam Upadeshi. And what is the purpose of the singing and dancing? Is to spread the glories of the holy name, to spread the Krishna consciousness movement. And in this way, Tara Sarvajana is to deliver all the conditioned living entities in this age of Kali. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was given this instruction by Srila Ishwar Puri that, my dear child, continue dancing, chanting, and performing Sankirtan in association with devotees. Furthermore, go out and preach the value of chanting Krishna. For this process, you will be able to deliver the fallen souls. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his Sankirtan movement or his Sankirtan Leela in Navadip, one of his most intimate associate in this Leela of dancing and chanting is Srila Vakreswar Pandit. He was a great singer and dancer. So he was a constant companion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether it was Mahaprabhu was in Navadip or whether Mahaprabhu was in Neelachal. So we will see there is a lot of description of Srila Vakreswar Pandit and his ecstatic dancing, both in Chaitanya Charitamrita and also in Chaitanya Bhagavad. So we will see from Chaitanya Charitamrita. First from Chaitanya Charitamrita and then from Chaitanya Bhagavad. This is from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is from Adi Leela, where all the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being mentioned here. And here Kaviraj Goswami is describing the trunk branches and sub branches of Chaitanya tree. So very early in this chapter, he is mentioning about Srila Vakreswar Pandit. Vakreswar Pandita Prabhuda Bada Priya Bhritya Eka Bhave Chabis Prahar Yahara Nitya. Srila Vakreswar Pandit is the fifth branch of the tree and was very dear servant of Lord Chaitanya. He always considered himself Bhritya. Bhritya means servant. And what was his extraordinary quality? Eka Bhave. Eka Bhave means in the same mood. He could dance with constant ecstasy for 72 hours. Just imagine how many of you have danced continuously with the same level of enthusiasm and ecstasy for 72 minutes? Not possible. When we come to Rath Yatra, we will see. It will not be easy. Yeah. But here, Kaviraj Goswami is saying that he could dance Ek Bhave 24 Prahar. Prahar means that for a duration of 3 hours. Like in a day, there are 8 prahars. Each prahar is 3 hours. So 8 into 3 is 24 hours. So in a day, we have 24 hours. So 24 prahar means 24 prahar. 24 into 3, that is 72 hours. So he could dance in ecstasy for continuously 72 hours. That was his level of ecstasy. So let us see what is mentioned more. It says that in God Vanodesh Deepika 71, it is stated that Vakreswar Pandit was an incarnation of Anirudh, one of the quadruple expansions of Vishnu, which is Vasudev, Sankarshan, Anirudh, and Pradyumna. So this is called the Chaturvyuh. So he is one of the main personalities in the Chaturvyuh. And what is he? He is Aniruddha. Aniruddha is the son of Pradyumna. So in Gaur Gunadesh Deepika, there is this wonderful book. It's a small book. I have that book, very small book, but very amazing book. Why? What is so amazing about this book? Because the author, Sri Kavi Karnapur, he has given the identity of all the personalities who are present in Chaitanya Lila and what was their Swarup, what was their original form in Krishna Lila. So those associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who have appeared in Chaitanya Lila, who were they originally in Krishna Lila? So that is mentioned. So here Vakreswar Pandit is who? He is Anirudh. And what is that verse? That is the 71st verse in the Gaur Ganadesh Deepika. It says, Vyuha Turyo Aniruddho. Turyo means four. And this Chaturvyuha means there are four. What are the four? Who knows what are the four personalities in Chaturvyuha? We just mentioned. Purushottam Prabhu. Who are the four personalities in Chaturvyuha?
Aniruddha, Pradhumna, and Sankarsana, and one more is there.
You have gone from the bottom. You have missed the first one. Yes, Ganesh Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I also don't know.
Hmm? If the first Chaturvyu is not known, then what to say? Very basic. The Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. And what is the second quadruple? This is the first quadruple. So many years. It is being explained again and again. Anyway. So, Vyuhas Turyo Aniruddho Yahasas Vakreswara Pandita. So, in that Vyuha, in the Chatur Vyuha, who is Aniruddha, who is he? He is the same Vakreshwar Pandit who has appeared now. And what is his seva? He is Krishna Vaseja Natyena Prabhu Sukham Ajijana. So Krishna personally enters into this personality. Krishna Avasheja Natyena. Avesh means to enter. And who enters in his body? Krishna enters into his body. Krishna Aveshaja Natyena. So when Vakreshwar is dancing, it is not ordinary dancing. The Vakreshwar Pandit's body, Krishna enters. And in his body, Krishna begins to dance. And by his ecstatic dancing, what is Vakreshwar Pandit able to do? He is Prabhu Sukham Ajijana. That Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so very pleased. He experiences that ecstatic happiness, that ananda, that bliss, Ajijana, which is unlimited. So Lord Krishna personally entered Vakreshwar's body and caused him to dance in ecstasy. This ecstatic dancing of Vakreshwar Pandit delights Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is his desire? Very amazing. That Krishna enters into his body and Krishna starts to dance when he enters into the body of Vakreshwar. That forces Vakreshwar to dance. So he is able to dance for continuously 72 hours. And what is the desire of Vakreshwar Pandit? In the next verse, it is being expressed that Sahars Gayakhyam Maham Dehi Tvam Karuda Maya. So Vakreshwar is requesting, he is submitting to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you please bestow me Sahars Gayakhyam. You give me thousands of celestial singers, not ordinary singers, celestial singers. Celestial singers means those singers who are in the heavenly planets. Iti Chaitanya Pade Sa Uvacha Madhuram Vacha. So he submitted this request in the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swa Prakasha Vibhidena Sasi Rekha Tvam Asi. So this is Vakreswar Pandit. So he is requesting Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you please give me the association of thousands of celestial singers. Celestial singers are called Gandharvas. And each Gandharva has the capacity to sing for thousands of hours. And how many he is desiring? Thousands of such Gandharvas who can sing for thousands of hours. Why? Because when they sing, he can dance. So that is the personality of Sri Vakreswar Pandit. So here it is being said, mention of the Gaur Guna Dipika, that Vakreswar Pandit was an incarnation of Aniruddha, one of the quadruple expansions of Vishnu. He could dance wonderfully for 72 continuous hours. Why? Because Krishna entered in his body and Krishna himself danced. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu played in dramatic performance in the house of Srivas Pandit, when Mahaprabhu was performing his Sankirtan Leela in Srivas Pandit's house, Vakreswar Pandit was one of the chief dancers. And he danced continuously for that length of time. What was the length of time? 72 hours. Sri Govindas, an Orient devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has described the life of Vakreswar Pandit in his book, Gaur Krishnodaya. There are many disciples of Vakreswar Pandit in Odisha. When we will go there, we will see that who are the principal disciples of Sri Vakreswar Pandit. And they are known as Gaudiya Vaishnava, although they are Udiyas. So they are Udiyas, Gaudiyas. Among these disciples, Sri Gopal Guru and his disciple Sri Dhyan Chandra Goswami, these are the foremost. So he was such a dancer that by his dancing, he would never be exhausted. He would continue to dance for hours and hours, for days and days. So who could sing? If, like, many times we have seen one of our Kirtaniya devotees, especially I have seen Mohan Rupa Prabhu in Rath Yatra, when he starts to sing in ecstasy on a high pitch with full enthusiasm, the Mridanga players, they start to shiver. They cannot continue. After 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, maximum 1 hour. After that, their finger starts to bleed. I've seen that personally many times. Why? Because the kirtan is at such high pitch. So they have to beat the drum with such intensity. And for such long, when they continue to beat, their finger starts to bruise and bleed. And they start leaving. One leaves, and the other comes. Then the third leaves. Very difficult. I've seen it is very, very less that people are able to continue with him for long in Mridanga. And when we have Vakreswar Pandit dancing, who would non-stop dance for 72 hours, who would be able to sing? Who would be able to continue to sing? So to be able to dance, what is required? Singing is required. And he would sing, he would dance for such a long period of time, such a long duration of time. And in such ecstasy, no one was able to sing for long. So who used to sing? Very beautiful. Next payar, Kaviraj Goswami is saying, Apane Mahaprabhu gaye yara nitya kale, Prabhu re charan dhari Vakreshwar bale. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would personally sing while Vakreswar Pandit danced. Just imagine what would be the scene. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never used to sing. Have you ever heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu singing? No, he used to dance. Mahaprabhu used to dance. because others were singing. But when Vakreswar was dancing, no one else was able to sustain singing. So Mahaprabhu had to take the position of a singer so that Vakreswar could be satisfied and he could continue to dance. So here Kaviraj is saying that Apane Mahaprabhu gaye Yara Nitya Kali. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally sang while Vakreswar Pandit danced. And Prabhura Charana Dhari. Vakreswar, one day, he caught hold of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Vakreswar bole. And he spoke as follows. Dasa Sahasra Gandharva More Deha Chandra Mukha Tare Gai Mui Nache Tave Mora Sukha. So he makes a request. He makes an appeal to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now what is this request? This is a very unusual request. Vakreswar is telling Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, O Chandra Mukha, the lotus moon-like face of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is compared with moon. O Chandra Mukha, please give me 10,000 Gandharvas. Let them sing as I dance. And then I will be greatly happy. So this is the request of Vakreswar Pandit. The Gandharvas are the residents of Gandharva Lokas, are celebrated as celestial singers. Whenever singing is needed in the celestial planets, the Gandharvas are invited to sing. You know, a very great stalwart personality. He was a Gandharva in his previous life. You know whom we are talking about? He was a Gandharva, and in the next life he became such a great devotee. Which personality? From Gandharva he fell down, and from that fallen position he became a devotee. And he's become a devotee. He's not a devotee, ordinary devotee. He has the Shakti of Bhakti. Come on. Yes, Manoram Jagannath.
Because if I remember, I think Narad Muni.
Yes, Narad Muni. Narad Muni. Right. Narad Muni. Narad Muni was Gandharva in his previous life. And he became attracted towards, singing for his wife in the assembly of Indra. And then he was cursed to go down and become a Dasi Putra. And there he got the opportunity to associate with the four Bhakti Vedantas, to serve them, to hear from them, and to receive the remnants of their prasad. And by the power of that association, he was so much purified that in his next life he became Devrishi Narad. So the Gandharvas, they are known, as Prabhupada is mentioning here, for their extraordinary singing and dancing talents or capacity. So the Gandharvas can sing continuously for days. And therefore Vakreswar Pandit wanted to dance as they sang. Why? Because then there would be no restriction, there would be no limitation. Yeah, he could dance to his heart's fulfillment without stopping. So when Vakreswar made this request, he asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So see how Mahaprabhu's response is, what Mahaprabhu feels. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Prabhu bole tumi mora paksha eka shakha akasha udite me yadi pare ar pakha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have only one wing like you. प्रभु कहे तुम्ही मोरा पक्ष एक शाखा. That I have only one wing like you. And but if I had another, certainly I would fly in the sky. Fly in the sky means what? Huh? Mahaprabhu's desire to spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world will be fulfilled. Right? Because Mahaprabhu would fly, and what would be the result of his flying? That he will spread the Sankirtan movement far and wide. So Mahaprabhu is desiring that Vakreswar, you are such an empowered personality, you are such a special person, that you are like my one wing. And I wish I had someone who could be my another wing. If the two wings are there, then I can fly. Many years back, I was giving class on Srila Vakreswar Pandit, and I was inspired to speak that yes, Mahaprabhu's desire, can it ever remain unfulfilled? Never. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just by his will, everything becomes manifest. What is that verse? Vividheva Suyate. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire of having another wing so that he could fly was fulfilled when Srila Prabhupada appeared. So Prabhupada gave that desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fulfillment. And Mahaprabhu's message did fly. It crossed over all the oceans. The Indian Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Pacific Ocean. And it reached to the lands of America, Europe, and then from there it spread everywhere. And there is Sankirtan movement all over the world. In every time zone. How many time zones are there in the world? Anyone knows? You know there are different time zones. Somewhere the sun is setting and somewhere the sun is rising. In every time zone in this world, we have Sankirtan happening every time, every day, every moment. And the desire of Srila Vakreswar Pandit has also been fulfilled. What was the desire of Vakreswar Pandit? That he wanted 10,000 Gandharvas who can sing continuously. So in ISKCON, we have more than 10,000. What 10,000? There are more than 100,000 Kirtaniyas now, all over the world. And continuously there is Hare Krishna Mahamantra being, sung, and devotees are dancing. Right from 4:30 a.m. in the morning. You see, in every time zone of the world, there are many ISKCON centers and temples. And in every ISKCON temple and every ISKCON center, right from 4:30 a.m. in the morning till 9, what is happening? Continuous Sankirtan. And devotees are singing and dancing. So singing and dancing is the most integral, intrinsic, and important activity in the practice and performance of sadhana bhakti. Nache gao bhakta sange karo sankirtan. And as I said, there are many stalwart acharyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate, who are very extraordinary in their singing capacities. Can you name some of them from Chaitanya Leela? Who used to sing, and Mahaprabhu used to be very satisfied. Bolo, fatafat bolo. Then why are you going to Jagannath Puri if you don't know about Chaitanya Leela? What will you do there? That is a place where Mahaprabhu, yes, Ravinder Madhusudan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Boliye.
Vasudev Ghosh.
Yeah. Vasudev Ghosh. Okay. Then Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Ghosh Adi Gaya. 4 names are there. Who else? See, very poor in Chaitanya. Yes, Sonika.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I forgot the name, but he was the classmate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah. Mukunda.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Mukunda. Mukunda used to sing. He had the cuckoo voice. Very sweet. And Mahaprabhu was very pleased. So many. But for dancing, the Acharya is only one. And that is Srila Vakreswar Pandit. So whenever Mahaprabhu began his Sankirtan, whether in Navadip or in Nilachal, the lead dancer would always be Vakreswar Pandit. He would dance. And seeing him dance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased, highly pleased. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began his first Sankirtan, Vakreshwar was the great singer and dancer. That is one payar which says, Srivasa Haridasa Ramadasa Gadadhara Murari Mukunda Chandra Shekhar Vakreshwara Ei Sava Pandit Loka Parama Mahatva Chaitanya Radasa Sab Pare Unmatta. So who are these personalities? When Mahaprabhu started the Sankirtan movement, Srivas Thakur, because that was the headquarter where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his Sankirtan in Srivas Angan. And also there was Namacharya, Haridas. Kirtan Acharya is Srivas and Namacharya is Srila Haridas. Then Ramadas and Gadadhar. Murari. Murari we have heard. We went to the house of Murari Gupta. Murari, Mukunda, Chandrasekhar, Vakreshwar. So these are all great, and they are not ordinary people. Aisa Pandit Loka Param Mahatva. So they are great learned scholars. But they are always Chaitanya Das Sabhai Kare Unmatta. Unmatta, you understand? They are intoxicated. They are mad. And what is the intoxicant? Is their love for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is, and what is that love? That love is ushering because of their sentiment. And what is their sentiment? Their sentiment is of servitude. So all these are learned scholars. They are all glorious personalities. But the sentiment of servitude to Lord Chaitanya makes them mad in ecstasy. Ei mate nache gaye kare attahas loke upadeshe ho Chaitanya radas. So they dance, sing and laugh like madmen. And loka upadeshe. But to the people in general, they are giving an upadesh and instruction. What is that? Ho Chaitanya radas. That become the loving servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is what Vakreswar Pandit is. He's always, how he's able to dance so much? Because he's intoxicated by the love of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is the basis of their love? That his love for his service attitude. To serve and please Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That makes him continue to dance and sing for more than 72 hours continuously. He is never feeling fatigued or exhausted. So the singing and dancing is so important. Once I remember, Srila Prabhupada, he was not well. His health was not well. It is in late 70s. And there was an invitation from London. Devotees had requested Prabhupada to come to London and participate in London Rath Yatra. So Prabhupada asked his servant, Shutakriti Prabhu, as if Prabhupada was depending on him. Prabhupada asked him, what should I go? Should I go there in London? Or should I try to recuperate? Prabhupada was not well. But Shuddhakriti Prabhu, see, that is the Ho Chaitanya Radas. He was having the sentiment of servitude to Srila Prabhupada. Shuddhakriti Prabhu understood the heart of Prabhupada. So he requested Prabhupada that Prabhupada, your heart is in preaching. So you will feel more relaxed and more happy if you have the opportunity to preach. And if you go to London, then there is so much opportunity to preach. So many Europeans will get the opportunity to have your audience, to have your association. And they will all get the advantage of advancing in bhakti. So Prabhupada decided to go. And Prabhupada went from Mumbai. And when the plane landed in London, so the devotees came to pick up Prabhupada. Prabhupada told them that I will directly go. The Rath Yatra was the same day. And when Prabhupada landed there in the airport, Rath Yatra had started. So Prabhupada said that please take me directly to the Rath Yatra. Prabhupada was having fever. It was high fever. So when Prabhupada reached the Ratha, the Prabhupada immediately he fell flat on the ground, paying prostrated obeisances to Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. And Prabhupada raised his hands, both his hands. And there was Kirtan, and Prabhupada started to jump. Little Swami jump. You have seen Prabhupada jump? Prabhupada takes a little bit of, push, and he exerts his body a little up. And Prabhupada at that moment, from that moment till the end of the Rath Yatra in London, for 6 hours, at the age of 77, when his body was not supporting him, he was having fever. He continuously danced for next 6 hours. And if you see that video of Prabhupada dancing, he made entire London go mad. Because when devotees saw Prabhupada dancing, they became ecstatic. There was waves, and no one was spared. Even the policemen, the English policemen, they were jumping and dancing. Prabhupada did not go and sit in the cart even for a minute. The next 6 hours, he continued to lead, sing, dance, jump. And there was so much traffic eruption that, the traffic police in London, what are they called? I think none of you have traveled to London. They are called Bobby. So the chief, he many times came to the devotee and said, please ask your leader. And he was saying the old man to go and take his seat. Because when he is jumping, everything is going out of our hand. We cannot control the crowd. But who could dare to go and tell Prabhupada that stop dancing? No one. So this is the ecstasy. What is the ecstasy? The feeling of servitude. The sentiment of servitude is very important. This is what Kaviraj Goswami is saying, that unmat kare. That everyone became unmat. Unmat as he is mad, intoxicated. So that is the power of Sankirtan movement. So if there is singing, there has to be dancing. And when there is dancing and singing both, then there is really the transcendental experience. Our spirits are so much uplifted. I remember many, many years back when I came for the initial time. For the second time, I was doing Govardhan Parikrama, and it was summer, hot summer. I was very exhausted. We had no strength to continue. But at that time, I'm talking about when I was not even initiated, before 2006. So we were a small group, not big number, mainly from IYA, Youth Forum. So one of our devotees, he took the mic. And when he saw everyone fatigued, very difficult, everyone soaked in sweat, and very difficult for them to walk, and we were barefoot and not used to barefoot, and there was so much of pricking in the lower part of the feet. So he started to sing. And he started to sing with such ecstasy and with such enthusiasm that every one of us forgot that we were tired. And everyone started to dance and jump. And this devotee was Ram Bhadra Prabhu, very young at that time. I'm talking about almost 20 years back. Until the time he sang, we all danced and our Parikrama was done. Everything was over. No fatigue, nothing. All the heat and all the sweat and all the tiredness was all over. So the spirit is very important. And that spirit of service. So this is very special service which Srila Vakreswar Pandit is performing to please Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there's one more very important incident which I want to mention. That in Navadip, there was a great scholar at the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His name was Devanand Pandit, Sri Devanand Pandit. And this Devanand Pandit was a very renowned speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam. And from his very childhood, he was very, very austere, very renounced, very scholarly, very much detached. His only occupation was reading Srimad Bhagavatam. But once in his assembly, Srila Srivas Pandit came to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. But Devanand Pandit did not have the right conception, the Vaishnava conception of Srimad Bhagavatam. Normally people have the impersonal conception, and he was also imbued with the impersonal conception. But Srivas Pandit is pure devotee. He is Narad Muni. So when he heard the recitation of the Bhagavata, the shlokas, so in his heart became the ecstatic raptures, bhavavesh. And in that bhav, he exhibited the symptoms. So those who were in the assembly, some of his disciples, Devanand Pandits, they thought that this man is disturbing. So they pulled and threw Srivas Pandit out of the assembly of Devanand Pandit's recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam. And later when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know about it, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very angry. He was very, very critical of Devanand Pandit. Why? Because Devanand Pandit had committed an offense to one of his very, very dear associates, Srila Srivas Pandit. And Mahaprabhu condemned him. Mahaprabhu condemned him that never ever he will come to know what is Bhagavad. But what happened in the life of Devanand Pandit, there is one incident which happens. And I will recite that incident, that is from Chaitanya Bhagavad. He was blessed by Vakreswar Pandit. So what was the effect? This is the Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda. When the Lord left home and took sannyas, Devanand Pandit had the good fortune of meeting Vakreswar Pandit. So this is fast forward. So after many, many years, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had taken sannyas, and before sannyas, he has condemned Devanand Pandit. But once what happened that Vakreswar Pandit, he visited the place of Devanand Pandit. Vakreshwar Pandit Chaitanya Priya Patra Brahmand Pavitra Yara Smarane Matra. So Vrindavan Das Thakur is also glorifying Shri Vakreshwar Pandit. He is saying Vakreshwar Pandit was a dear associate of Lord Chaitanya. Simply by remembering him, the entire universe becomes sanctified. Brahmand Pavitra Yar Smarane Matra. And today we are trying to do some smaran of Sri Vakreshwar Pandit. Niravadi Krishna Prema Vivala Vivala. Sorry. Niravadi Krishna Prema Viraha Vivala Yare Nitra Deva Asur Mohita Sakala. So Vakreshwar Pandit, he was always overwhelmed with the ecstatic feeling of separation from Krishna. It's called Virha Vivala, separation from Krishna. Even the demigods and demons were amazed by his dancings. Ashrukampa Sweda Hasya Pulaka Hunkar Vevarnya Ananda Murshadi Evikar Chaitanya Kripaya Matra Nitya Praveshile Sakalaya Siya Vakreshwar Deha Mile. Whenever Vakreshwar Pandit began to dance by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, all the ecstatic transformation of love, like tears, shivering, perspiration, laughing, hair standing and rolling and becoming pale appeared in his body. So these are the Ashtavikars. Romancha Kampashu Taranga Bhaja. Vakreshwar Panditera Uddham Vikar Sakal Kahite Shakti Achaye Kaha. So Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying that who has the power to describe Vakreshwar Pandit's unlimited transformation of aesthetic love? Deva Devananda Pandit Bhakati Vashe Rahilata Hare Ashram Prema Rase. So one day it so happened that Shri Vakreshwar Pandit, by the arrangement of providence, he came to the place of Devanand Pandit. And bound by Devanand Pandit's affection, Vakreshwar Pandit stayed for some time in Devanand's ashram and enjoyed the mellows of aesthetic love. Dekhiya tahare teja punja kale vara tribhuvane atulita Vishnu bhakti dhara Devananda Pandita param sukhi mane akait of prema bhave karina sevane. So seeing Vakreshwar Pandit's effulgent body and his devotional service to Vishnu, which was incompatible within the three worlds, Devanand Pandit became greatly pleased and sincerely served him with affectionate love. So this is very, very amazing that the person who had offended before, he got the opportunity to serve. And how he served? Sincere service with affectionate love. And what was his service? Vakreshwara Pandita Nachena Yati Shana Vetra Haste Apane Bulina Tatashana. So as long as Vakreshwar Pandit danced, Devanand would guard him with a stick in hand. It's very extraordinary. So when Vakreshwar would dance, he wouldn't be in ecstasy. He would not be in external consciousness. And what Devanand Pandit used to do, he became the guard. What the guard does, a bodyguard does, he does not allow anyone to come near and disturb or approach. Have you seen when there is Mahasankirtan or Rath Yatra, many times we have many Maharaj. And Maharaj, they are singing and dancing. So what the devotee do? They make a human circle, a shield. They don't allow anyone to come close to Maharaj, so they are not disturbed. They can continue singing and dancing. So what Devanand Pandit did, he had a stick in his hand. Why? So that he did not allow anyone else to come and disturb Vakreshwar Pandit while he was dancing. आपने करे न सब लोक एक भीते पड़ीला आपने धरी रखे ना कोहिते. He would personally keep people away from Vakreshwar, and Vakreshwar was about to fall unconscious. Devanand would catch him in his arms. Because of ecstasy, many times Devanand would faint. Vakreshwar would faint, and Devanand would hold him in his arms. तहारे अंगेरा धूल बड़ा भक्ति माने अपनारे सर्व अंग करेला लेपने. So not only he would hold and prevent Vakreshwar from falling and getting hit, and he would also affectionately clean the dust from Vakreshwar Pandit's body, because many times Vakreshwar would fall also, and when he would fall, he would rotate in the dust. So he would affectionately, Vakreshwar Pandit's dust from the body was cleansed by Devanand Pandit, and he would smear that dust all over his body. Tahare sangi thake tena dekhiya prakash takhane janmila prabhu chaitanya vishwas. When Vakreshwar Pandit stayed with Devanand Pandit, Devanand observed his glories and thus developed faith in Lord Chaitanya. This is very, very important principle. When Vakreshwar Pandit stayed with Devanand Pandit, Devanand observed his glories. Whose glories? Whose glories Devanand observed? I am asking all of you. You are speaking, you are not speaking. Whose glory did Devanand observe? Am I speaking to stones? I'm asking all of you. Whose glories did Devananda observe? Not audible. जोर से बोलो.
प्रभु जी वो तो बकरेश्वर पंडित का जो
So what Vrindavan Das Thakur is writing, that when he observed the glories of Vakreshwar Pandit, what developed? Devanand observed his glory and thus developed faith in Lord Chaitanya. The faith in Lord Chaitanya was developed because he could observe the glories of Vakreshwar. Very important aspect. What is Adau Shraddha? Shraddha in whom? Shraddha where?
the devotees of Supreme Lord.
Yes, sadhu. Then there is Sangha. Whose Sangha? Sadhu Sangha. So Adau Shraddha, we were studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Today I gave another exam, second exam. It was very good feeling. As if I have joined the classroom, my school days. You ask Devashis, last 2-3 days I did not give class also, because I was trying to focus to study Srimad Bhagavatam. Not get, defocused by many engagements. So Adau Shraddha, Shraddha where? Shraddha in Sadhu. And the Sang is also of Sadhu. And then there is Bhajan Kriya. Then there is Anarth Nivritti and Nishtha. It's a very important principle. Because he served the sadhu, what he did, he smeared the dust from his body on his head. So he was able to have faith in the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his impersonal conception was removed. Why that faith was not there? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in Navadip, and Devanand was also there. And Devanand did not receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, rather he received the chastisement. But now it is only because of Vakreswar. So that's a very long discourse, a very, very long discourse. And in the end, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself comes. And he tells Devanand that why did I change my heart? Mahaprabhu never changes his heart, especially for those who are offenders to his devotees. But because Vakreswar was served by Devanand Pandit. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally came and not only forgave Devanand Pandit, he embraced Devanand Pandit. Because Devanand Pandit personally served Vakreswar. There are many, many principles here. Let us see another 5 minutes if you stay with me. So while Vakreswar Pandit stayed with Devanand Pandit, Devanand observed his glories and thus developed faith in Lord Chaitanya. Next payat. Vaishnavera seva phale kahiye puran tara sakshi ei sabe dekhe vidyaman. The fruits of serving Vaishnava described in the Puranas were directly seen in this incident. As a result of serving Vaishnava, Devanand Pandit of Kulia developed faith in the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. Vakreswar Pandit's stay in the house of Devanand Pandit became the cause of Devanand's auspiciousness. Although this Devanand Pandit took the path of smart religious principles, he was greatly learned and self-controlled. He did not recite any literature other than Srimad Bhagavatam. He was fixed in the Supreme Lord and he was not controlled by his senses. But he had lack of faith in Sri Gaurasundar. Please hear, this purport is by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But he had a lack of faith in Sri Gaurasundar. By the mercy of Sri Vakreswar, his sinful mentality was removed and he became faithful to Supreme Lord. Ajanma dharmika udasina jnana vana bhagavata adhyapana vina nahiyan. These are the qualities which is being mentioned of Sri Devanand. Shanta danta jitendriya nirlobha vishaya praya aur katikva guntaneya tatapi gaur chandrera nahila vishwas Vakreswar prasade ki buddhi vinash. Yet he had no faith in Gaurachandra. That sinful mentality was destroyed by the mercy of Vakreswar Pandit. Very important principle. Krishna seva hoite Vaishnava seva bada Bhagavate adi sab shastre kaila dridha. The service of Vaishnava is superior to the service of Krishna. All scriptures headed by Srimad Bhagavatam confirms this. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives a long purport. He quotes many others. Then he says, there are many doubts whether the servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead will attain perfection. But there is absolutely no doubt that those who are attached to serving the Lord's devotee will attain perfection. Therefore, service to the Vaishnava is the best means of deliverance. Everyone can attain Krishna by serving the devotees. Vakreswara Panditera Sangera Prabhave Gaurachandra Dekhite Chalila Anurage. By the influence of Vakreswar Pandit association, Devanand developed an intense desire to see Gaurachandra. As Lord Gaurachandra was sitting, Devanand Pandit came before the Lord. After offering his humble obeisances, Devanand Pandit stood hesitantly in the corner. The Lord, however, was pleased to see him and had him sit down next to him. The Lord excused all of Devanand's previous offenses and bestowed his mercy upon him. Why? Prabhu bole tumi yehi sevila Vakreshwar ateva hoila tumi amara gochara. The Lord said, you are able to see me because you served Vakreshwar Pandit. Vakreshwar Pandit Prabhura Purna Shakti Sei Krishna Paiye Tahara Kare Bhakti. Vakreshwar Pandit possesses the full potencies of Supreme Lord. Anyone who serves him attains Krishna. Vakreshwar Hridaye Krishna ra nij ghara Krishna nritya kare na nachite Vakreshwara. Krishna personally resides in the heart of Vakreshwar Pandit. When Vakreshwar dances, Krishna dances. Ye sthane yadi Vakreshwara sanga hoye sei sthane sarva tirtha Shri Vaikuntha moye. Any place that is associated with Vakreshwar Pandit is equal to all the holy places and is as good as Vaikuntha. That is the glory of Srila Vakreshwar Pandit. Very, very exalted personality. So much so he pleased Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so much that Mahaprabhu broke his own vow and embraced Devanand Pandit, who was an offender. So if we are in Mahaprabhu's movement, we should be nacho and gao. Nacho gao bhakta sange karo sankirtan. Hare Krishna. So we should pray today to Srila Vakreshwar Pandit that this feeling of servitude, this feeling of being Chaitanya Das can also emerge in our heart and we can serve Srila Prabhupada and his dedicated disciples and make our life also successful so that we can receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. How? By serving them, not by trying to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna directly. Hare Krishna. Someone wants to say something? You people are there, there is no utsaha. There is no nacho gao. I don't see any enthusiasm. Bolo, if you want to say something. You have some experience? I have many, many experiences. 2 days back, I went to Faridabad temple. His Grace Rukmani Krishna Prabhu was singing. And everyone was dancing and jumping. Everyone. No one was standing. They were all singing and dancing and circling and enjoying. Guru Maharaj comes and performs kirtan in temple hall. Everyone is ecstatic, singing and dancing and joy. This is the Sankirtan movement. Dance, sing, and bring as many people in this circle of joy. Hare Krishna. Vakreshwar Pandit, Avirbhav Tithi Mahamotsav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hare Hare.